As far as I see it, I was thrown in jail, and 3 years of my life were destroyed, and my reputation was damaged. My money was taken, and my cars were taken, and they tried their very best to have me spending 25 years in the Eastern European gulag for something I did not do. And because I understand I'm divinely protected and I cannot use these powers for vengeance, I've decided to use these powers to seek justice. It's those with dirty fingers who point, and what's most interesting about that is the BBC have managed to find the time and find the money to print negative things about my brother and I every single day for 3 years without fail, trying to psyop the populations at home that we're somehow dangerous. But when Hugh Edwards, someone who works for them, gets caught and convicted, within 48 hours it's out of the news cycle, which then goes into showing how important the MSM and the media is in all of these things. Because what people talk about and what people remember is simply what the media wants to print over and over and over again. When they're trying to do a wrap-up smear, when they're trying to psyop and damage the reputations of innocent men, they'll print about it every single day. They'll talk about it every single day for years. When one of their own is caught, they'll memory hole it instantly. And this is what the media has always done. I don't think a lot of people at home understand that their primary weapons are lying by omission. This is what they do. They don't have to lie outright all of the time. If they can just tell you some of the truth and ignore 85% of the truth, they can sit there and say, oh, well, we've told you the truth. We haven't lied because, look, we've told you the truth. But by missing out the whole story, missing out all the context, they're effectively lying. And this is what they do all of the time. They will sit there and constantly say my brother and I are accused of heinous things, which we have not done, and ignore the people on the other side of the fence who are convicted of the heinous things, making us seem like the only bad people on the planet. It's truly incredible, and the MSM media are complicit in nearly all, I would argue, basically all of the ills of the world today. You can tie back to the MSM media and their ability to keep people's minds focused on the exact wrong things or believing the exact wrong things as they sleepwalk into destruction. You know, like, I was a professional fighter. I risked my life in the cage and in the ring 87 times, and then I was basically homeless, and then I had my webcam business, I was a pimp. And then I got filthy rich. And then I got Bugattis and unlimited females and mansions and jets. Then I became famous. Please understand, most people have a cool life story with one of these things. I was a fighter, that's their life story. Or I was rich, that's their life story. I was famous, that's their life story. I've had all of it. I've had every flavor of ice cream. Then they threw me in a Romanian dungeon, lawfare, 3 years. Like, what's left to excite me now? I have to become president or prime minister. I can't think of anything else left to do. So it's like, what did I feel? I don't really feel very much anymore. I think a lot. I think, but I don't feel things as much. I have the remnants. People will hear that and say, oh, well, you're missing out. And I would say that, no, I think there's a certain amount of feeling inside of all of us, and I've used all mine doing super cool shit. And if you had a very interesting life like me, you'd feel shit too. But it's very interesting when you say feel. I am so good under stress all of the time, and so good in the worst scenarios. I can laugh on my way to the chopping block. I'll laugh as they put my head in the guillotine. I don't give a shit. And there's no light without dark. So if you're the kind of guy who could stand there as they shoot you with their last bullet and remain unfazed, then you're also the kind of guy who gets on the jet after 3 years of incarceration, lights a cigar. I mean, I'm happy, sure. But I knew I was going to win. I knew I was going to win. I knew I was going to win. God made me to annoy my enemies. That's why I exist. I'm the winner. No matter how much you think you got me, you're never going to hit me. I win. So it's kind of like, yeah, give me that expensive cigar. Thanks for the jet transatlantic. Let's go to Miami. No big deal.